Here we go. And we are loading on the Viking Vidar, our first look at the boat. What? Right up front, Viking Vidar. At the front of the boat. Watch your step, please. Hello, nice to meet you. Thank you.
Welcome aboard, sir.
Thank you, nice to meet you.
Welcome on board. Sorry. Hello. Welcome on board. Welcome on board.
Hello. So we arrived on the Viking Vidar, and since we came out of a hotel in Bucharest, they transferred our luggage here automatically, and we were just verifying that our luggage was here, and then the concierge provided us our keys.
One for Nicole and one for David.
Okay.
You can use it away somehow. You just mix up. It can be happen because when you go out, you need to tap the card on the small machine. We call it kiosk, so we know you are outside.
Oh, okay. You need to know who you're controlling.
In some places, because we stay half day, and then we set sail, so we need to know who is staying on board, who is outside.
Okay.
Even though we can count the physical numbers, but we need to know
who's here.
Yes,
and who's
exactly.
not. Okay.
So in this part, there is a small.
For the light?
Yes, exactly. The light is on.
Okay.
Is on. And we have the safety box. You just need to put the 4-digit and then
Lock?
Yes,
Yep.
it's lock and the same unlock.
Okay. And when are we gonna get our passport? In Croatia?
In Croatia.
And which is when? In 2
It
days?
should be 2 days before December.
Okay,
So-
no problem.
It's all the way through because
Yeah.
for now we have the passport control. We're going to go in Eastern Europe,
Yes.
and then when we go to Serbia, this is out of European Union. There is the custom always come,
Okay.
pass the border control and everything.
Okay.
They can come at 5 o'clock in the early morning. We don't want
Okay.
to wake you up. And if you've never been with us, we have this small device. This is, we call it Quiet Fox. So in most of the excursion, you will need it, especially walking to the hiking. I'm not sure you may need it, or the bicycle too. I think you will not need this one. You have the
Yes, the
earpiece.
headpiece. I
Yes.
was gonna ask. Yeah.
And you may charge somehow. It's not charged properly, so just let us know.
Okay.
And this is the daily, which is changing on daily basis.
Yeah.
So even for this evening, we have 6 o'clock welcome briefing, which is located on the lounge. So from this part, you go up, you see the main dining room, and then you go up again, where's the lounge.
Okay.
And then 6:45, this is mandatory for everybody. We have safety instruction. Your life jacket is under your bed, so you need to wear it, and we need to wait for the announcement where to go. Depending the master station, somehow the weather is rain, so we have always first master station which is outdoor and one indoor, so it depending the place. And then at 7:15 we have the dinner open on the restaurant and Aquavit. So this will be changed on daily basis. So when you come in to the room after your dinner or before you going to the bed, you always have the new one. And during the welcome briefing, the program director will explain of the days following, what you needed, and the policy on board and everything. That's all. Anything else?
No, I think we're good.
What's your role?
I'm the dining room restaurant waiter.
Oh, you're the waiter
Yes.
at the
You
dining
will see
room.
me up and down in the bar or restaurant or around the ship.
Okay.
If you really need something which is...
Okay. And I noticed there's a hair dryer there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that works. And do they have these?
Yes, we have so many plugs.
And there's storage, and there's,
Yes.
Too?
Yes.
and I understand there's storage underneath the bed?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we
Put
just,
something underneath.
The suitcase can go underneath?
Yes.
Okay.
just
You may
perfect.
take your time to unpack everything. Or
Yeah.
You just can lay down. Just to stretch the body.
Okay, thank you for your help.
My pleasure.
Hey, we'll see you upstairs.
I see you around the ship and welcome home.
Thank you.
Bye. So this is a tour of our stateroom on the Viking Vidar, and this is called the Swan room. The reason they call it a Swan room is that we have this little porthole here, and most of the cabin is under the water, but you can see that we're just above it. And the reason they call it a swan room is because a lot of times if you're in port, a swan or duck may swim by and you get to see them at your level. So the Swan room is actually relatively large. It has a good queen size bed. On either side of the bed are 2 side tables for storage. And I will say that what's nice, they also provide electrical outlets, the standard 110 volt prongs that you see in North America. And then you see the conventional European ones, and you bring adapters for those. And there's 2 sets of those, one on either side of the bed. And they also have those right on the desk as well. These are the quiet boxes that the Viking supplies you for your trip. So they're whisperers. You basically charge them every night after a tour by just sliding them into the holder. So it'll turn yellow, and once it's fully charged, it turns green. And you take those with you on most of your excursions. This is the desk that they provide you. It's got lots of drawers, and it also has a bar fridge. So you can buy different alcohols or drinks, or even take things from the bar or coffee area upstairs and put them in there for later use. The whole area is actually quite spacious, and the reason we chose the Swan room is that we don't see ourselves in our cabins very often. We're mostly on the deck, so we thought we would just like it down here and save a little bit of money, I guess, by not taking one of the more I guess upper deck rooms with the balconies and so forth, because they have lots of balcony seating in the Aquavit Terrace or on the top deck. So this is the standard bathroom that you'll find in all the cabins. Lots of storage beneath the sinks for all your toiletries and so forth. If you bring these packing cubes, they're always very handy to keep things organized. You have a nice sink, lots of place on the counter to store all your things. And what's really nice is Viking provides you all these toiletries, such as body wash, shampoo, and conditioner, so you don't have to bring your own unless you have a specific type that you really enjoy. And then this large shower, like it's got a knob to set the temperature and then a knob to control the pressure. So we just set it once and then just turn it on. Very nice. And then the last thing is a closet. So you get a closet to hang things, your shirts and dresses and so forth, place to put your shoes on the bottom. And then on the other side there's shelving. Ours a little messy, and a safe. If you're looking for additional storage, what we did and what a lot of people have recommended is we bought these little magnets, and this wall and the wall on the bathroom are steel, so they're magnetic. So you can put these hooks on and you can hang things like your hats and jackets and so forth. Or if you have laundry, then you can wash them in the sink and then hang them out here to dry. Our Swan rooms are on the lower deck or 3rd level, and if you come up a set of stairs, you'll immediately come to the 2nd level where they have cabins, the main deck, and the main dining hall. Then if you proceed up the next set of stairs, like I'm doing now, you'll come to the area where they have their lounge, bar, and behind me would be even more cabins. Plus a coffee station where you can get coffee, soft drinks, snacks on both the left and right hand side. Also on this side, they have a library and a sitting area, so if you want to sit back and relax a little bit, you can come here. And then the final level is the top of the boat where they have a walking track, sitting areas as well, and those are great for those days where you're on a scenic cruise section and you can sit up and have a 360-degree look around the ship at all the sites that they will be discussing. And we'll head up there right now. Oh, this is nice. I can see why they call it a longship now. It's actually much bigger than what you think you've got from the brochures. Oh, they've got tables up there too. Some umbrellas. Look, you can see that the main cabin goes down for going underneath the bridges. They got a hydraulic lift.
Yes.
And it's actually a carpeted floor here. I was expecting some sort of wood. Very nice. Very nice. So now we're gonna head down to the Aquavit Terrace Lounge.
You want to sit there tonight? Give other people too.
So this is the Aquavit Terrace Lounge, and you can see there's a number of tables here. You can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's a few indoor as well. Now, these doors are normally open if the weather is good, but they'll close them if they're inclement weather. Therefore, there's not very many tables on the inside, so if you want to come here, you need to get here early, and you can't reserve seating, so it's a first come first serve. But we got to sit here quite a few times. Actually, really enjoyed it. But the main dining hall is great as well. And now I'll show you this area when it's set up for breakfast, which I'd like to have in the morning here. About the ship, so this is the Aquavit Terrace in the morning on a day that we're doing some scenic sailing in Croatia. And because it's early, there's not too many people. Some stairs up to the top deck, a sitting lounge, and a continental breakfast bar. Having said that, there's a continental breakfast bar. There's always a server here, and if you want, you can order anything off the regular menu. I myself am having some salmon eggs Benedict, and there's the lounge and bar right behind it. So this is my breakfast on the Aquavit Terrace on the Viking Vidar on a sailing day, scenic sailing. And in the Aquavit Terrace, they normally have a breakfast bar, so you can get your traditional, meats and eggs and a few other things and vegetables and yogurts. But you can also order off their breakfast menu, and a standard item on the breakfast menu is eggs Benedict, or you can get eggs Benedict with salmon, which is what I've got. And I put a side of mushrooms and bacon with it. It's absolutely delicious, and I've had it numerous times already. Really enjoy it. So the Aquavit Terrace on the Viking ships have a glass panel door here, so in bad weather they close it, and then the number of tables are really reduced to 5, 3 for 4 people, 2 for 2 people. But on sunny days they open it up and you gain another 9 tables. And for most of our trip it has been sunny. So these are the doors that's open and close, and it's a great place to have breakfast or lunch on a bright sunny day if there's not a cool breeze. And as I said, it's been over 25 most days for us, and when the sun is shining, it's just a perfect place to be on these scenic sailing days. The other thing they have are these lounge seats. So if you're taking a break and you want to be out of the wind, you want to just sit back, these are a perfect place to do that. And there's 2 sets, one on either side of the ship. And I said there is the the lounge, and that's where the bar is, and this is where all your port talks happen. So this is the lounge on the Viking ships, the Longships. They're all the same, and this is where people meet after their excursions. They have screens that come down. They have entertainment here. There's a bar at the end of it. The big thing to know here is that every evening, generally around 6:45 or 6:30 or 6:45 or 6:30, they have what they call their port talks, and the cruise director will go over and describe what the next day is all about, and it's highly recommended that you attend. So there's enough seating here for everyone. Then you have dinner, and you can have dinner in the main dining room, which is on the lower deck, or you can go to the Aquavit Terrace, which is just outside these doors. But unfortunately, there's only limited seating there, and it becomes even more limited if it's cold because they shut some glass doors. But it's a beautiful place to sit here, and as I said, it's a nice place to come after dinner. They always have some entertainment, either a piano player, or they have some comedians, or they have some folklore dancers. So a lot of people, especially if they have the silver spirits package, come up here to the bar. And as you can see, they have quite the collection of alcohols, especially whiskey. So if you're a whiskey drinker, this might be the place to come. Let me focus in on that. They've got Macallan 18, they've got some Glenlivet, they have some American whiskeys as well, the Jack Daniels, Johnny Walkers, and so forth. I still see some Bell Vinny and Dalmore as well. So lots of things to check from, or choose from, I should say. And they obviously make all these specialty drinks for you as well. I'll also say that a lot of days when people just want to sit back and relax, maybe even read a book, this is the place to go and just sit back, get comfortable, get a coffee, and watch the river go by. So lots of shoreline to investigate. There's lots of towns as well that you sail by. Fishermen, either on the bank or in small boats. So it's just a great place to relax. What kind of pasta are you making today? Nice. I'll have to think about that. So fresh pasta. So that's not really on the menu. It's just something you do every day. Yeah. So we got tagliatelle with a mushroom ragu sauce being made by our chef today. And pasta is available every day for lunch. It's one of the options, which is not on the menu, but it's always here, a pasta station. And every day you make a different type of pasta. So this is lunch aboard the Viking Vidar. So you have a sit-down menu, and today I'm going to have the prawn curry. So every day the menu changes, but there is standard options like hamburgers and hot dogs and things like this as well. So just outside the lounge you have a coffee station, and it's open 24 hours a day. They have a variety of coffee. You can also get hot water, so you can make teas. They have flavors you can add to your coffee if you would like, in this case caramel and hazelnut. They have paper cups, they have ceramic mugs, they have glasses, and most importantly, they always have a selection of pastries, in this case muffins and croissants in the morning, and generally most of the afternoon they'll have a variety of cookies, and those flavors of cookies change every day. So this is available 24/7, so if you need a light snack, this is what you can get. So this is outside the lounge. They have a comfort area. Beautiful paintings and artwork here. That's the stairs that will take you down to the main deck. So now we'll head on down the stairs and we'll check out the main deck where they have their store. That's the dining area. And this is the main lobby. So this is where you want to, if you want to book new shore excursions, pay your bills, it's all done here. And generally, there's a door on either side. It's where we exit the boat. And they have hand sanitizers here. The far side is when you want to book new cruises. If you want to buy some Viking paraphernalia, you also get that here. And there's always some candies if you're looking for something sweet.
You just selected these people and you're going to change it.
This is the Viking gift shop right on the main deck. I guess you could call it deck 2, deck 1 being the bottom where you have the Swan rooms. They sell some wooden bowls, some books and jewelry, and a lot of clothing, jackets, and a few paraphernalias, some hats. So not extensive, just enough.
Changing, but then you have a whole new program.
So nice and bright and airy. And this is the stairs up to the lounge into the top deck. And here, these doors are normally closed during the day, but this takes you into the dining area. So it's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now to complete our tour, I'm going to show you the Viking Wheelhouse. The captain invited anybody who was interested to come out and learn about the ship operations.
Hi. Thank you.
Is it my turn to drive the boat?
Just to give you a proper instructions and you're good to go.
Okay. I accept the challenge.
As you see, there's no more wheel here, right?
So what do you call it?
The only thing that we use for steering is that joystick here. So in that matter, welcome to the Joy House.
The Joy House.
The ship is, our ship is diesel electric, the new generation that we have generators that are producing the electricity that is necessary for the hotel, but the main consumptor, of course, are the engines, because we have electric motors. So the main engines, the one that gives the thrust of the ship, are electric motors. So they're connected through Z drives to propellers. So there's no more conventional rudder propeller system, where the propeller is fixed at the back of the boat, and then by deviating the rudder is how you steer your boat, right? So we have no rudder. Though we call it active propeller, so meaning each of the propellers is turning 360. So over there is the panel of the generators. At the moment, 2 generators working, one big one 930 kilowatts C32, and one small one C18 450 kilowatts. They're divided, 2 at the front, 2 at the back, so that in case of, that we cannot use all the generators at the same time. And the same thing with the engines. We have 4 electric motors, and to each of them is connected a double propeller, so the propellers are at the front and the back. In that matter, it's highly unlikely that we lose all the engines or we damage all the propellers. The panels of the propellers with the engines over there, so you see the direction of the propellers with the load of the engines and the revolutions of the propellers. So it's about 240, 50, let's make them equal. The speed of the ship at the moment is about 6.23 kilometers per hour, like 3.5 knots, 4 knots. That joystick is actually the autopilot. So the autopilot is giving the ship a certain rate of turn. So here is written 0, and the rate of turn is being shown over there. With that small load, so without force, the propellers are not. The autopilot is not capable of holding onto the given rate of turn. Strictly, so to say. So the ship is deviating a little bit port to port. And you can see now how, without doing nothing, the propellers are a little bit on the side, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if we would like to go to the starboard, so what I do is just to put the joystick to the starboard, and now I'm giving the ship the rate of turn of about 40 degrees per minute. Until it gets to 40 degrees, it will be some time, and we will not let the ship go there. I just want to show you how the rate of turn is raising, and then if you look forward, you can see how the ship is already turning, right? So if you don't want to go anymore there, I'm just putting in the middle, and then the software is calculating and putting the propellers to counteract that turning and to bring the ship into sailing straight position, meaning 0 degrees rate of turn. We can do this also manually with that cables. So here is how we speed up. So if I push, then you see how the revolutions are raising.
Oh, sure.
And then you can see also how the load of the generators is raising. Yeah, so we're going almost to 60 degrees, 60% of load of the generators.
You said this is an electric. Is it battery, or are you saying it's
Generators producing the electricity.
So you're what is your fuel then?
Diesel.
It's diesel. Okay.
It's kind of like on a railroad, a train engine. They have electricity to.
Sorry, what?
Is it like a train?
I've never
that
been
technology.
a train commander.
Well, the
but-
electric, diesel electric
So-
power.
Yeah, I've seen the trains with the generators, but I don't know how. Yeah, most probably it will be the same.
It's the same.
So how much fuel would you be carrying?
At the moment, or maximum, or
Maximum.
the maximum, 130,000 liters.
How many?
130,000 liters.
130,000 liters. And how far are we going from Bucharest to Amsterdam? Is it 1,200 kilometers?
From Bucharest to Amsterdam, about 3,000 kilometers.
Wow. And then how much of the fuel would you use in that span?
Well, about 85,000 liters. It depends. It depends how hot it is outside. The air conditioning is one of the biggest consumers.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Heating and cooling your house put
Yeah.
the most bills on the table, I think.
Yeah.
So, the rate of turn over there on the left side of the rate of turn, 3.1 is the depth on the depth on the ship. So this echo sounder, it's a sensor that is in the front and the middle that's pointing under the ship. So you can imagine if you're relying on that thing, by the time you find the shallow place, it will be too late, right? So we are not finding anything, we're knowing where we go, but this is just to check, double check our knowledge and if that depths are still accurate.
So on your sonar here, is that a planned path that you have? Like it's showing the depth, I take
So
it?
this is echolog, not a sonar. The
Okay.
sonar is showing you the fishes that
Okay.
are going under
Yeah.
the ship, which are not interested in the flora or the fauna around us. We are just interested in the depths. So the depths are again, we're just double checking our knowledge, because every captain knows what is the depth, what is the minimum, what is the maximum depth, what is the minimum, the maximum clearance of the bridges, the brights, and so on and so on.
So what are the yellow on either side? Or that the bank, or is that the?
Yeah, I'm going step by step, sir. If you
Yeah.
have a little bit more patience, I'll tell you everything. So under the rate of turn is the screen of the radar. So the radar is the white thing that turns in the front. You can see it in the Aquavit Terrace. The radar is sending impulses in 360, and those impulses are detecting everything which is above the water level. And by the reflection of that object back to the source, it is calculating the distance. Bringing it with cover on that screen, it's like a simple rule by the night: avoid everything with cover. So our ship is down there in the middle. The white line is our heading, yeah, and then everything with cover is some object. Basically, now we have only shores, We don't have any ships around. We don't have any buoys, you know, to see. But if you look forward, we are heading exactly at those boats, right? So if I zoom out, so you can see how the shore is. So is it there's three things, 3 points exactly in front of us. So these are 3 small pontoons with 1 bolt attached to the third one. And this is how we read actually what we see on the radar. Yeah. On the both sides of the radar is so-called ECDIS, Electronic Chart Display Informational System. That's a system that combines a GPS receiver. So the GPS receiver gives you a certain position on Earth, and in digital format it shows you where you are on the chart. Combined with the transponder and IS, the automatic identification system of the other ships, we are sending and receiving the information from the other ships with the position, with the destination, the load, all the information basically concerning the voyage of the other ship. And that part of the world is not that important because there are not that much traffic, and the bright here of the waterways is quite big, quite bright. It is essentially important though in the narrow places like the Main and the main Danube Canal, where is in some curves, most of the curve is not physically actually possible to meet other ships. As Viking has built the longest, the brightest, and the highest single ships that are allowed to be built into sail into the European waterways, all the way from North Sea to Black Sea. We have 135 meters of length, 1145 bright, and 6 meter 40 high. That makes us quite big ships, and whenever we meet other the same as ours, we should slow down and adjust the meeting point so that it is not in the curve. The one that goes upstream should adjust the speed, slow down, and if possible, if necessary, even stop on the side of the waterway so that the downstream coming ships are being secured with a safer passage. Why the upstream? Well, because facing the current, sailing upstream, you can control your ship. Yeah, you can adjust the force just enough, you know, to fight the current, but you still have steering. Exactly, because you don't have rudder, right?
Yeah.
If we have rudder, then it's other thing, but we don't have rudder, so if we stop the engines, then we have no control. So when you're facing the current, you know, when you're upstream, then you have the minimum control, even if you're stopped in a still position. It's not the same when you're downstream. Yeah, you can imagine when you're downstream, the heaviest part of the ship is the aft, yeah, where all the machinery is situated, and then the current it is taking your heaviest part, and if you slow down, then you're gonna be put in a very unpleasant situation, so to say. That's why always the upstream ship should slow down and adjust the speed in order to secure the safety passage of the downstream. As I said, the ECDIS program, the Electronic Chart Display Informational System. We have those 2 radios that before the ECDIS were used much more. So whenever you're sailing upstream, you don't know what is coming in behind, right? So you need to announce yourself, yeah, I'm here. So over there you can see 1503. So this is the 1503rd kilometer from the Black Sea. So the kilometers on the rivers are being counted from Black Sea upstream, besides the Rhine. The Rhine is the only river that is opposite. I don't know why. Whenever you're sailing upstream or downstream, so from time to time you need to, yeah, I'm Kavinci Viking Wiederfahrtsbecken kilometer 1500 Norddrive. And if there is somebody around, they should call you back, and we need to adjust the meeting. Yeah, whenever we're sailing in the mountains, you can imagine that radios were not very reliable, so that's why the people has invented and brought to obligation that electronic charts. On that panel here, you can see the water and the fuel. We have 180,000 liters capacity of fresh water. We are charging every time, we're bunkering every time we dock in any city, in some cities. But we do have also the possibility to create our own water. It's a system that's based on reverse osmosis. So it's filtrating the river water and makes it tap water. Of course, we don't use this because it's much more expensive, actually. So than bunkering in the cities, but it is a backup. Yeah. So in case of something, we have always a backup option. The brownish, you can see there is our fuel. Again, we have 130,000 liters capacity of fuel, and it's being recharged, so we are bunkering every 2 weeks. For 2 weeks with passengers, we are using about 55,000 liters of fuel. And yeah. Ballast. Our ship, as all the passenger ships and all the dangerous cargo carrying ships, has a double bottom, meaning there's the hull of the ship and then there's a second hull outside. And that space is also divided by compartments and cofferdams that are protecting the environment, of course. So if the ship goes overground, that no fuel or cargo will be spilled into the water. But also, in our case with passenger cargo, we are sure that no water will go into the living compartments. That space actually could be also filled intentionally with river water in order to get the greater draft. So as I said, our ship is 6.40 m height, and the guaranteed minimum height of the bridges on the mine and the main dam canal is 6 meters. So that difference can be reached and equaled by getting ballast water. So in order to get safely passengers, there are all those bridges, 185 of them. And yeah, basically on that panel here, you can see and you can control the whole ship. So if you're interested in any engineering, these are the technical parameters of the generators. Do you have any questions?
Sometimes boats pass on port side, sometimes on starboard.
Yes.
Is that because of the depth of the water, or
No,
the
it's
rules, or?
it is some unwritten rules. Yeah. In some places, the ship that goes upstream. So now we are in outer curve. Yeah. I know that I can sail about 20 meters from the shore, so very close. So if there is a huge ship coming, like a pusher with a lot of barges, then I will go there and I will leave him on this space right here, because I know where he can go. Oh, there is a sandbank, but I'm not sure where exactly it goes. So in the same matter, I can go on this side if I'm sure where I can reach. But for me, it's much more comfortable to stay here and to leave the other guy to pass my, over my starboard side. Yeah. So this is again unwritten rules that the captains has a right to choose, and the one that goes upstream is defining actually on which side we're gonna meet the downstream coming ships.
Okay.
Oh, basically, this is my speech.
I'm just curious, is there is this very low water levels for this
Yes.
time of year?
Yes, it is going to extreme high low water. but in the next few days is coming a tremendous amount of rain, so we're gonna move very rapidly from extreme low water to extreme high water situation.
Is that the normal water line over there?
So you can look here on the shore, yeah?
Yep.
Where is the greenish? Normally there is the water.
Okay.
Yeah, at the moment, tonight, actually, from the lodge upstream, tonight we're gonna pass through the shallowest place, so we're gonna have like 1 foot under the hill.
Wow. Is it, so right now we're sailing upstream. Is
Yes.
there a point that we'll be sailing downstream?
Yes, yes. Are you all the way to Amsterdam with us?
Yes.
All right, yes, then that point is on the canal, yeah? But
Near which city?
it's before Nuremberg.
Nuremberg, okay.
Before Nuremberg. It is on the canal.
Double rock.
Big catfish.
The bugger is dropping some rocks. Don't bring any more rocks in the water, please.
So you said, where's our speed is right?
6.4 kilometers per hour.
Yeah. And what's the fastest you go?
The fastest.
Yeah.
I've been downstream with 37.
Wow.
I've been downstream in again in extreme high water with 37. But this was extreme. You can imagine 2,600 tons and all sailing with 40 kilometers per hour is. I mean the street permissions are up to 50.
So you reverse your engines to slow.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. This is the autopilot, so the manual control of the ship is over there. Yeah. So if you need to stop, you just turn them and the ship starts to stop. So if I need to steer manual, I can do it from here, so I can turn also from here. But this one we use only for docking, entering locks and so on, because we cannot sit in that comfortable chair.
So you have 2 engines, you said?
4.
4 engines?
Four.
2 per side?
Yeah.
And they can turn, what's their degree of turn? Can they go 90 degrees?
360.
They can do 360? Wow. Have you ever lost an engine while sailing?
Propellers.
The propellers. Yeah. And what would be
Usually in half an hour.
No, I keep the paper.
Yeah, check with the hotel manager. I have one more, I think one more group, and after that we can sit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's the diameter of a propeller?
It's 1 meter and 30, 1 meter 27. I think.
Are they, and they're a carbon steel, or are they, you don't do stainless steel? Or?
No, neither. It's this yellow thing. I don't know how it's in English. Zinc.
A zinc, so corrosion resistant.
Yes. Messing.
So when your water gets too high, can they control that back at the locks, back downstream? Where they can increase the volume to leave through the dam?
So that locks there, they are controlling the water, but they are not controlling the water for the river. So they have influence, they have huge influence. So these are the biggest locks. The first one, the lower one, which is smaller, it holds up to 80 kilometers. But the bigger one, the second one that we saw in the morning, it is having an influence for the next almost 200 kilometers. Yeah, 220 to 200, about 200 kilometers. Oh, that's a huge influence. But the Danube is 2,400 kilometers navigable, 2,800 in total. So You cannot control the whole river with one lock. We have plenty of locks that will follow in Austria. So each lock has a certain
Okay, the dam.
stretch. Yeah.
Can they open the dam up a little more if the water level on this side gets too high?
No. Da. Yes. Okay. Sorry.
The dam.
Yeah.
Can they open that up more to let water out on from this side going back downriver if the water level gets too high up here?
This is the point.
Okay,
This is the point of the dam.
okay,
It is producing also electricity, so there's the turbines inside, but it is controlling also the water level in some.
okay.
This cabin here, I see it's on
Wheelhouse.
Wheelhouse. Sorry, it without the wheel. Wheelhouse without the wheel.
Without the wheel, yeah.
For the joystick house. You
The
said.
joy house, yeah.
You said it. It can. I see it's on hydraulic, so you can actually
Yes.
collapse it into the deck.
Yes, yes.
And then where do you steer the boat from?
From here,
From here, so underneath
with the radar.
with the radar. Okay.
Yeah. I can show you, but it's not designed to move up and down with so much people, so I don't want to play with my hydraulics now. Well, guys, the next
Thank
group
you
is
very
called
much.
Approaching.
Thank you.
Thank you very much again for visiting me, and I hope